I shall leave you as you left me, as you left her, marooned for all eternity in the center of a dead planet. Buried alive. Buried alive. Come! Come!
Nomad's Log, Stardate 716.2026. This is episode 178. The USS Nomad is currently cruising through deep uncharted sectors in our summer of sequels. With me tonight, I am the commander of our ship. I am Dave, Captain Dave. With me, I have our medical officer, Brandon.
Do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us, revenge is a dish that is best served cold? It is very cold in space.
Ooh, ominous. What do you think about that, Mr. Medical Officer, or no, Science Officer, Eric? Sorry.
Khan, laughing at the superior intellect.
Fucking shit talking, Kirk. We are, if you haven't figured that out yet, we are traveling into the cinematic nebula of Star Trek for the first time. Actually.
Yeah, first time ever on this show.
Trek first?
Yes, it is.
We're going into. It feels good. It feels very appropriate.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Refreshing
is a great
Star
word.
Trek 2, the second movie from 1982.
Yep. Impressively 82. I kept feeling like late 80s, early 90s vibes. So I'm very impressed that this was 82 during peak Star Wars, man. Like, I got to give credit. This is like maybe the height of Star Trekdom. I think I was very impressed.
It's definitely like on the way up.
Dude, if you watch the original cast from this movie doing the TV show, the giant leap from that show to the quality of this movie, which this movie can get campy, but still that's part of the charm. I don't know, man. I was blown away that this movie took too long to get on the show. I'll be honest. I'll say it right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Wrath of Khan took way too long to get on the show.
Eric, as the young one on the crew, how does old man Star Trek make you feel?
I mean, as a very light, someone who doesn't have a ton of experience with Star Trek, this I feel like is the movie that most people talk about and like say, this is the one you should watch. You know, even if you don't know anything about Star Trek, or you're coming in as someone who has a passing interest or whatever, which I would consider myself as one of those people, a passing interest in Star Trek. I think I told you guys before, like, I tried to watch the original series like back in college, and I just I got a couple episodes in, and I'm like, I can see what's going on here. It's campy as all hell, but I didn't, I never really finished it. In terms of like series, I feel like Next Generation is the one people recommend to like jump into as like the starting point to get into Star Trek. So. But I feel like, this is kind of a good jumping off point for someone like me who's been interested in jumping into Star Trek for a while. And, I've picked up, obviously, tons of stuff from, like, just pop culture. I feel like Star Trek has just permeated so much in pop culture that I know the characters. I know a lot of the references and that type of stuff. But, watching this movie... It was interesting. I had a really fun time with it. And I think it definitely has piqued my interest more in Star Trek. So
like specifically what though? Up. Like what? Just like the characters, the world, the other movies? Like where do you want to go from here?
I think kind of all of it. I mean, the like preview for the next movie kind of popped up right when this one ended. And it's called like Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock or whatever. And I'm like, okay, the way this movie ended, I'm like, I'm interested. It had me interested.
So you didn't get that back in 1982 though. thing I thought was super interesting is the first movie they went way over budget on. It was like they cost them like $35 million to make the first movie.
Oh, really?
This one they cut the budget like way in half. They made it for $12 million back in 1982, which
impressive.
Is a shoestring. Pulled in 97 million and is
I mean
currently in the Library of Congress for being a culturally historically significant movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, look at this movie. There's a couple sets. There's obviously they're using
Good
like
point.
the miniatures or whatever for the spaceships. So like there's not a ton here if like stepping back from it, but the way that they filmed it and the acting and the characters, it makes it feel like a big story, like a bigger story than it actually
because they all come with
is.
this backstory.
Yes.
Everybody has a backstory, which I think makes sense.
I mean, there's already years of like
exactly like
everybody.
this reunion of characters on the big screen, but it's serious now, and it's like on the big screen was just the wow factor, and then the story just being well done and well constructed, and then the tearjerker at the end. It's just like it was. I think this movie is like a fucking knockout punch of a Hollywood sci-fi. If you're a fan of Star Trek and you just want to see Shatner and Nimoy all on the big screen and having a good time, I think they went above and beyond. The fact they had the balls to kill off Spock, I thought was like, could you imagine Star Wars doing that?
I mean,
they tried with Han Solo. They tried, but this, like, they froze Han Solo. This, they gave radioactive poison to Spock. He sacrificed himself in the most heroic way. I legit teared up.
I mean, I knew nothing about this movie, so that was actually like, holy shit, like Spock's actually dead, so like that actually
and the delivery was so good, because it's like, he's logical, and he did it because it was the greatest way, like without emotion, to do it. And then the stuff around Kirk and his, like, that's the peak.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Yep. Call you my friend. Oh, I love that whole thing. And then just like him crying, trying to like speak of his friend afterwards. Like the way it ends is like you beat the villain, but you have still yet to lose.
Your best friend
lose in
dies.
the next scene. It's so good. Star Wars has never done anything close.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Like the
what if Star Wars did
feedback
this?
You
like,
get.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they tried with Padme and Anakin, and like
they did kill off Han Solo in The Force Awakens. That was
but it didn't
just because he was
like this.
Harrison was old and cranky.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Right.
Just kill me.
I think because Leonard Nimoy is soft in the background of subplot about what it means to sacrifice, because we meet characters that die, like, permission to die, sir, like halfway in the movie, that one guy, like, he's a nobody, we don't know who he is, like, I'm living just for you to give me permission to die. It was very cheesy.
Yes,
that's
so
where
cheesy.
The Galaxy Quest gag comes from, though. Like, it pays off in that movie too, which is kind of funny. I never really got that until you just said the permission to die.
Permission to die, sir. Right. Exactly.
That's good.
So, right. I know Galaxy Quest is the greatest thing ever in comedy and sci-fi. But anyways, but this movie,
Spaceballs.
You're built.
Sorry.
Spaceballs. Sorry. Galaxy Quest and Spaceballs in general are the greatest spoof comedies in sci-fi. No. But this movie, I love that, like, you're not ready for the Spock death, and he's basically telling you, he's warning you, I'm going to do something logical. Like, I'm telling you what's logical, illogical, and like you're behaving a human, and Dr. Bones is there, like, always arguing the opposite of him. And I just think that story-wise, this is something we don't see, where the sacrifice happens after the defeat of the main antagonist.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love this movie. Faults and all.
When was the last time you watched it? Did you remember anything from it?
Probably like 15, 20 years.
Okay. So you were pretty fresh.
College, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. Fresh. I remembered a few small things about the movie. I remember the bugs in the ears. I really didn't like as a kid.
Earbugs sucked, yeah.
That was not cool. And I did remember the Spock death. I couldn't remember if it was in 2 or 3, but it had to have been in 2, so it made sense. But it's a change of pace from like, the Star Wars stuff or the Marvel shit that we're used to nowadays. It
A lot of
does like
talking.
it's really slow. Like everything seems very like majestic and thought. Like even like the space battles are like they're like old naval warships, like on the sea, like battling with each
Yes.
other.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
very slow, decisive, like tactical combats where you're,
Yeah.
there's always a MacGuffin in there too. But what we're used to with Star Wars is just like bang, bang, pow,
Yeah,
pow, and
very
this
flashy
they're
action.
like quoting fucking Hemingway and shit. Like I don't know what they're quoting, but they've got all these like Shakespearean ways that they talk to each other. There's these and thous. Like, come on,
Yeah.
it's funny.
I mean, it definitely, obviously, for a science fiction movie, they definitely made it feel more grounded and realistic. I mean, it's easy to make the Star Wars comparison, but yeah, like they are thinking through things. They are being a lot more strategic with their actions and planning things out on how and like sizing up their enemy, all that stuff, which I appreciated all that stuff. Even though it is like slower and like they are doing a lot of talking, it's still all interesting.
You're gonna watch a slow motion model of the Enterprise pull out of that star dock for a fucking whole minute, and you're
Yeah.
gonna fucking
Dude,
lose
I
It
it.
looks
kept
good
chuckling to
though.
myself.
It's like
Yeah.
It looks
looks
good.
really good.
For
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very impressed in the confidence they had in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're
for sure.
watching it in high res nowadays. Most people didn't back then didn't see that.
Yeah, yeah. I did feel a little. I mean, like I said, no really haven't had much experience with Star Trek, so I feel like a lot of the emotional beats for me were unearned just because like don't have a ton of history with these characters because like this is
Sure.
like Kirk coming back from retirement basically. Because he's been promoted to admiral. He's been out of the game for a while. He hasn't been commanding starships.
They did do like reveals of these characters,
right?
And it is weird, right, Eric?
Yeah, definitely.
It's always cool to see what they're doing, like after they moved on from the Enterprise, and like, oh,
Right.
Chekov's over here on this ship.
It feels
doing
like there's a lot of
stuff,
I mean, there is a lot of history there coming in, so it's like I feel like I'm kind of cutting in at a point in the story where all of like Kirk's main adventures have happened already, but you still sort of pick up on all those emotions and all the baggage that he has from his past adventures, and that he still feels like he's not done. He still has something more to give, and his
still got
position
good hair
is on
too.
that. Yeah, at the
So,
helm of the
Eric-
starship.
He's got some moose in there.
Yeah, right.
Eric, this movie clearly was made for the fans at that time, and they said, "Hey, we got the first one wrong.
Yes.
We want to get this right." Now, how did you feel about that first opening scene?
Yeah.
Where they subvert your expectations by giving you what you wanted and expected, but rather, here's Kirstie Alley, very young, doing a training mission that's designed to fail, which is a theme throughout the movie, how to deal with like the odds against her or whatever. How do you handle situations? And they all flex their own problem solving. But just how did you feel, somebody who is just coming in decades later, seeing this movie with no emotional attachment? Like, did you enjoy that opening act, or did you think it was like, oh, this is weird?
I mean, well, at first it was like a fake out because it opens with Kirstie Alley.
Definitely fake out.
Yeah, like commanding the starship
They
and
all
everything, and I'm
die,
like,
and they're all,
I like how everybody's acting like when they're stationed
Right.
at
so
the-
bad.
That was
I love
funny.
it.
Yeah.
So
So
I
I
was
would-
military space personnel, so yeah, that
Yeah.
was good that they were bad at acting at dying.
Also, I was.
It was very like it was almost like a tribute to where they came from. Like, hey, remember from the
Right.
60s? Like, this is how we would die. It's almost like it's like another layer where like
No,
they're
that's
making
smart.
this joke, but they're not really dead.
Yeah. No, but I was confused in the beginning. I'm like, what's who is this commanding the ship, and like why are they're starting in the middle of this mission? But it makes sense, and I've heard the phrase like Kobayashi Maru before, and I'm like,
Yes.
Oh.
Once you hear that,
okay, that makes
Something's
a lot more sense because I've heard that phrase before, and I didn't know it originated from Star Trek. So,
Where else have you heard it?
I mean, it's just a phrase in general for like a no-win situation. like that's a Kobayashi Maru or whatever. Like I've heard people use it in, out of context before.
It does sound familiar for sure, but I'm thinking Kobayashi. Doesn't he eat like hot dogs?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I was confused at the beginning, but then Spock shows up and but
yeah, Kirk shows up like Jesus with like the white lights.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, oh,
yeah.
Don't worry, you're supposed to fail.
It's okay. Yeah. But no, it was interesting. Obviously I know who Kirk is. I know who Spock is. I know these characters. So like I wasn't like lost on the fact that
right.
I don't know who any of these characters or anything, but
Okay.
But yeah, like
Did
I said,
you like the pace of the first half until we get to Khan?
I
Did you
did.
like that whole?
Yes,
Because like if
I
you
did
don't
like-
know these characters, you're
Right.
probably weirded out that they're all spread out, right? Like,
Yeah.
or did you again not?
I
mind
mean,
it?
I
It's like,
picked
no,
up on
they're
that.
building a world.
I picked up on it pretty quickly, like what was going on, and like I did like how they set it up with Kirk sort of, like I said, he's sort of in retirement,
Lamenting on his
exactly
earlier days.
Yep, in his like quarters talking to Bones with the Romulan ale, like that was a cool scene where they're sort of reminiscing, and he's just
the buddy comedy between those two, like
Those
Yeah.
two are
funny
good.
gags
You could tell
are-
they have instant chemistry.
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Some
and
of
like
the looks
it
they give
feels
each other,
like
a
they've
slapstick almost.
it feels
They
like
are,
they've
yeah.
been through a lot together, which they already have. So
Yes,
like, that
the
shows.
way they can talk to each other, because everyone else is like permission to die. Everyone's very formal and stiff, and these guys like, I just wanna go back on a ship. They're just like they just want to cut loose. Like, you want to drink some L? Like,
Right.
Klingon
It's illegal.
ale. Like, you can't have this. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I use it for
it's okay.
medical purposes or whatever.
Yeah, let's get fucked up on it, Jim. Yeah, exactly. So it's
That's
you
part of,
definitely
like-
pick up on that. We've been here.
Yeah.
We've done this. Like, these kids don't need to see this version of us veterans.
It's a theme that you don't
Space
get
Marine.
in like the other movie, like the Star Wars movies, like because you're like midlife crisis, like age, worrying about getting old.
Never.
Like that's like
They're never human. They're always stoic. It sucks. Like, I love Star Wars, but they're always stoic.
Yeah.
They're just always on the job. Kirk wants to be on the job because he likes a challenge. But when he
He
doesn't have a
likes to go
challenge,
to
he's
new
just like,
planets and get pussy. Let's be honest. That's what Kirk's doing. He's
Yeah, right.
making babies all over the
Wants
galaxy.
to explore that galaxy, if you know what I mean.
Fucking.
there's
It just
a
so
black
happens that-
hole over there. Let's fill it.
The fact that he has a kid in this movie, which I forgot kind
Oh,
of
yeah, he's a dad
about,
now.
Yeah, that's another
but
thing. Like the history with him and Carol, like
I don't know
obviously I
if
didn't.
she is in any other episodes.
They make it seem like
So-
they have like they've
We
know this character.
I didn't research on her character if she's from a previous television episode, but I know that Khan is. Khan is
yes.
from the original TV show.
Okay.
So, which
From
I
the
love.
episode
I love
Space
that they.
Seed.
Yeah, and it's a campy episode. I tried watching it. It's a hard watch, but it's cool that they took that and made this movie from that. And like, what if he got his revenge? And honestly, this is one of the best revenge movies because he's blinded by his revenge. It's just a great villain.
Yeah.
Like even though we're told that Khan is intelligent and he says he's intelligent, everyone's
He's
telling us he's
not
intelligent.
very good.
He's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
He's his hubris is in the way. He's got this vendetta against Kirk, and which we know that's what's gonna get him killed. We know this. He
Yes.
ain't gonna win. But it's almost on the nose because it's to the point where Khan almost gets lucky with some of the stuff he gets later on in the movie because he's almost never in front of Kirk ever in this movie.
No,
Kirk is always
Not until the end.
Do they
Yeah,
ever?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess because they took out and the radiation leak happens, so you could
No,
allude that Khan won that part, but
They're just playing telephone the whole.
I was gonna
movie.
say, yeah, they never
talking
are
shit back
in the
and forth.
same room at the same time, right? No, they're always
No.
Khan's on the Reliant and Spock's on the Enterprise, like basically the entire
I
time.
think Khan would have snapped him in half though. Like he's got that super
yeah,
super
he's
strength.
pretty
Oh yeah.
which
pretty strong old man.
Yeah, the 200 years old thing I didn't remember at all. That was kind of different.
I think he's an
Some
alien,
sort of-
right?
I mean, he's
Khan's
genetically engineered. He said he's a
From the
genetically
year
engineered
1997.
because he's from like
superhuman.
our time. He's
Yeah.
from the 1900s. He
Yeah.
might be from the 1960s for all I know. He said, "I remember the
1996, he
19."
said.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is interesting that we had androids or superhumans at
Yeah, a
in
genetically
96,
enhanced superhuman who had used his strength and intellect to briefly rule much of Earth in the 1990s.
Oh,
Okay.
briefly ruled Earth.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
With that hair, with that hair and outfit.
Yeah.
Especially in the 90s. Yeah.
Dude.
Lisa walked in and she was looking at the TV. She goes, "Where'd all these guys come from? The planet Fabio?" And I'm like, they all have this fucking
Yeah.
big
They do.
poofy long.
Oh, they
hair.
must have
Everybody
some
had poofy
nice
hair.
hair products on Centauri 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5, yeah.
I did like no one on his crew ever like did anything except for the one guy who like he's the only guy on his crew that he talked to the entire time. I think this
Yeah.
whole movie.
Everyone else doesn't say
His name was
Just shuts the fuck up.
Yakim, something
No.
like that. But his chief henchman.
Oh,
So I thought that was Khan's son, and that would have been more interesting, I think, if that was his son, and he's showing him how to be a captain and a leader, and his son giving him advice like, "Let it go, Dad. Let it go. You have gotten everything. You have proven your intelligence. Don't let your like ego get us all killed or yourself killed." And then you have on the other side, you have Kirk with his son, whose son doesn't like him right away. He thinks he's a playboy, and then he slowly learns to respect him. And I think that would have been a very interesting dynamic if they had that in there, but they don't. You know, the son of Kirk is just kind of a subplot that's just there for fuck, or who knows why to make him more
Yeah.
watch.
But
watch
Khan
the
could have
Search
had
for
a
Spock.
son. I know that his son dies in the third movie. I understand.
Spoilers! Hey, come
Brandon,
on.
What is? Come
Dude,
on.
I'm sorry. Star Trek is
Dude.
a space opera with a lot of talking. All right, sorry, Eric. Movie came out.
Well,
40
Star
years ago.
Trek's
But anyway,
ruined for
No,
me
you
now.
can't-
No, I'm just
But
kidding.
I'm
You can't
saying
just
that, like,
drop that. How
I
dare
think these sons could have died in this movie to get both of them be like, "I have taken your son. I have taken." It's like Game of Thrones doing this shit constantly. Like they can't let go once somebody's offspring has been killed. Then I will kill you no matter. Like, but we have lost enough. Like, it doesn't matter. I will give up everything because you've. And I thought that's where this was going, but I forgot, Dave, that shit happens in the next movie. But I don't even know
gonna
who.
say he's in it.
He's in it,
Yes.
and my memory was his son died. Khan killed his son, and that's when Kirk does the. And does that weird face. I thought that was so. I mixed up 2 and 3, but 3 is a great movie, but 2 I think has got a more emotional weight to it. But I mixed them up, and I apologize if anybody did not know.
Oh my God!
Kirk had a
it's
son,
ruined
and he dies in the
forever.
third
No,
movie.
it's-
He's
I
such a
remember
deep
how-
character in this movie.
I was gonna say his son. Yeah,
Right.
Didn't really have. I mean, I feel
He's
like
got a sweet sweater.
yeah, it didn't really do much for me in terms of like whatever. It was nice the moment at the end where they're embracing and like recognizing, and he respects him, and he's like he says he's proud to be his son.
I think
or
it's to
whatever.
retcon the young version of Kirk where he was just went around banging people every
Right.
time, and they're like, we gotta make this guy kind of nice and likable.
Have something,
So they're like making
some
him a
redeeming
father.
sort of quality. to him. Yeah.
And the son calling him out for him being like, he's just like a guy that just does his own shit and he's reckless.
Yeah.
Turns out, he's respectable.
Yep.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's a
Permission to
die,
die, sir. Permission granted. Permission to die, soldier.
That's so weird. There were some weird, awkward things kind of like that throughout it. Like I wrote down like Chekov had a fucking bug in his brain that was making him go insane, and then they just took it out and they're just like, you can go back to work.
I was
But send him
wondering
right back out
about
onto the
that
bridge.
too, because like
bro,
I thought once the bug was in your brain, you were dead. Like that's what Khan
they
sort
say
of
it,
said.
yeah.
He's like, it takes over your brain, so
Yeah.
you'll be more susceptible, and then after a while, it just kills you. But somehow he was able to get it out of his head, and he was fine after that. So I
like
thought
how
that
Kirk
was
shoots
weird.
it with a phaser too. After he's like, "Take
Yeah,
this," and they do use some CG budget onto that one.
yeah,
The
right.
fact that they incorporated Amazing Grace into this movie, I thought was kind of like
On the
it's
bagpipes
very
too.
old man. I watched this in the 50s, but now I'm old and I have kids.
Yeah,
Like,
because Spock probably would like his native music to be played on a
yeah,
native instrument, not some random Scottish song
America,
or
Bagpipes.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought that was interesting too.
yeah, yeah. Just it's just a different pace than you're used to for a lot of this stuff, which just takes a little bit of getting used to, like you said, the campiness and like but if you know Star Trek, you know kind of all where it comes from.
I think what Star Trek has going for it is that it has that balance of we gotta take this shit serious,
Yes, there's a lot of
but
serious.
there's a sense of adventure and letting it go, but it's only through certain characters we get to do that because Spock is very very logical. But you have the Doctor and you have Scotty, who are very like emotional human characters. You have Kirk, who is very charming. He's a very charming older guy. I love when he talks. I love how commanding he is, and he's able to just, like you said, like a ship's captain, just kind of what's the situation? Like, all right, we'll do this then. All right, yeah.
He
we'll
knows
just
what to
that.
do in
He's just
every
very
situation.
loose. Yeah, but everyone else is formal around them. I think Star Wars, when you compare Star Wars, it always is at its weakest point when there's not a human there to relax a little bit. Like, for example, Han Solo. The original trilogy works because everyone's being serious except Han Solo. Han Solo is
He's an everyman.
laugh it up, furball.
Buzzball,
How much
please.
money? Like, fly, more casual. Like he's always like cracking the jokes and chilling out and just seeing, I've seen a lot of things, kid, where in the prequels, there's not a single person who's just cracking jokes and like, hey, relax. It's just the battle against droids. It's everyone's Shakespearean and stoic.
Yeah, Jar Jar
was
is the
supposed to be the
comedic relief.
You got that slapstick.
Yeah, so stupid. Massive misstep. But like the prequels never had the Han Solo archetype, same as the sequels. They don't have this. They tried it with Poe, but he wasn't in enough of the key scenes to drive that personality. Now go back to Star Trek. Star Trek is very stoic, is very military, is very science and all this stuff, and very military, whatever. But
dry.
Kirk and Spock, or no, sorry, Kirk and Scotty and Bones are there to humanize it. They have 3 characters to crack the joke and cut through the bullshit and say, all right, it's a fucking movie, relax, and just have a drink. And I think that's why this movie is so fun, because it's a movie about revenge. It's a movie of learning how to either embrace the life that you have and let it go, or to double down and get the life that you want. And it's great, but you got some characters that say, hey, hold on, I got some jokes, and I think they kind of add I don't know, like they kind of loosen up the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I took from it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, they bring character to the movie. Like, I mean, if you didn't have those, those likable characters, like, I mean, this movie wouldn't. I mean, it would be fine, but it would just be boring. It would be a lot.
Luke's the main character in Star Wars, and he's so stiff and stoic in the third movie that you need whiny. Han Solo to be like, Boba Fett. Like, you need somebody to loosen up the fucking scenes, man. I'm just glad that Captain Kirk is so charming that he's the lead character and he's fucking charming. And I think that's the strength of this movie is Shatner's delivery.
He holds it together.
Definitely.
I like it. The music in this I thought was quite good.
Yeah, it was really good.
The symphony kind of plays into it. It is, let me find who did the music, by James Horner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who looks to have done a whole lot.
I was going to say,
We just Aliens.
Aliens. I was gonna say. I feel like we just talked about him recently.
Okay,
Aliens.
it did sound familiar. Aliens sounds about right.
Yep. Willow.
Avatar, Braveheart.
Willow, thank
Apollo
you.
13.
Thank you.
Willow,
I knew it was something
Willow.
that I loved.
Land
Okay,
Before
so he's the
Time.
one that died in a plane crash or whatever in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah. So
2015.
2015 it says.
Yeah,
Oh,
2015.
sad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Come on now.
Yep.
Yeah, we've talked about his work, but yeah, he's good. Yeah, honestly, I think if it's been a while and you saw this movie and you hear us talking about it, I mean, I really think it's time you go back and visit this movie. It holds up.
Okay.
And Dave, you're my age. You remember when Star Wars was done, Star Trek had this movie. Like it had the third and fourth and fifth. Like Star Trek had its moment after Star Wars. Star Wars was done. It was a big deal when they came out.
The Next Generation TV show, that was hot shit in my household when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was 90s.
We were a Trek family for quite a long time. And then the Next Generation was just so good. Like it was so good for back then, and it still has the campiness of Star Trek. But those movies kept chugging right along. We'll be talking about that a little bit in our game later about some of these.
Well, I would like
Star
to
Trek has
see
really done.
other Star Trek movies. I remember the one with the whales was fun. I remember
that's 4. I do remember seeing that one in theaters as a kid.
I remember 5 being a big hit, and it had CG in it. This had CG in it too, actually. I thought this movie had impressive CG
with the
for
space
its time.
blood. Space blood was the big one in that
the
one.
floating space blood on and it had Klingons.
Yes,
because there's no Klingons in this movie. They're in the demo, they're test or whatever, but we never get to see them. So I loved in 5 that there's like this manufactured war against the Klingons and humans, and that's a really good movie. If anything, maybe we revisit that one. That was a good.
Hey, after seeing this one, I'm game for some more Star Trek.
Right.
Yeah,
I kind of want to just start plugging through them now in my on my own time.
I feel like this was a good appetizer, especially for me, just kind of getting into the Star Trek universe. But no, I definitely was interested in kind of continuing with it, because especially with the way this movie leaves off, it makes me want to watch the next one. I was gonna say,
Eric, how did you feel about the death of Spock in the moment?
I mean, I was genuinely shocked. No, I had no idea that was going to happen. I didn't know going in. I knew nothing about this movie, so I'm kind of glad that I went in blind. But no, I genuinely was shocked when Spock died, because obviously I knew he's like one of the I feel like behind Kirk, he's the most important character in the Star Trek universe.
It's his opposite.
So the fact that they did kill him off, and they, like you said, they had the guts to actually do that. It's funny because I was just reading on here that Leonard Nimoy wasn't going to be in, like, he didn't intend to be in the sequel, but hearing that they were going to give Spock a dramatic death scene, that is what brought him back and wanted to be in this movie.
How Han Solo and Harrison Ford is like, remember he's like, I want to die, die.
Yes, exactly.
Especially what is this like kill off my character shit? Like, I love that,
because
I don't know if they don't want that shit to follow them around forever,
right? And it's like I don't know, it could be a little bit of an ego thing too, like, you die, you want people to you'll
remember my death.
Exactly. Remember the death, and like how important the character was, and people mourning over that character. So yeah, I could see the appeal of that. But I mean, they definitely leave this movie off with like, okay, Spock is coming back, and
they like definitely say, don't worry.
Right. They show the pod on the new planet formed at the end, and
why else would you do that?
Yeah,
it's just his coffin, guys. Don't even think
about
it.
No, because they could have spent way more time saying goodbye to him. They were like quick to be like,
and they just fucking shot him out.
Subplot. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know if people knew back then.
I mean, the whole point of Genesis is to create new life, and he's on the planet that was literally just
But
created.
he's already
so.
dead, and they already. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll
next one, if
see.
You guys are right. We'll see if
Yeah,
you're right.
the number 2 character of the franchise. We'll see if
And
you
it's,
see
the
him dead.
third movie's literally called Search for Spock.
Yep.
Right. And Chekov literally had like brain bugs and whatever, and he came back. So.
He's fine. Yeah, I did like
They're indestructible.
The Genesis whole technology was pretty cool, and how they introduced that, and just the idea that they're scouting these planets, these lifeless planets, to test this new technology.
So
but
it's pretty sweet. The CG on it was pretty good for 82.
Very
I thought it was
good.
like,
I know.
really good, like the screen HUDs and all that stuff.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean the whole like Genesis cave portion, like it looked cool.
Oh, that perspective was a little weird.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was like a painting like backdrop. I'm like, okay, whatever. But
Kirk's,
that
Kirk's
they
down there
have-
eating apples and shit. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'll show you our idea of food. But join me in the Genesis cave.
Yeah.
But no, that was cool. And I also like how like, I mean, they didn't really do, I don't know if they do anything with it in the future, but like they're basically like, if it falls into the wrong hands, it could be used to destroy life too, because like you could take a planet that has life on it and basically wipe it out and create, something new from that.
Cool.
That's what Spock and Bones were like arguing about. They were like, yeah, but if it's a better life, then
Which I don't know why Bones in that scene was getting so pissed off, because it's not like Spock created the technology. He's just a Vulcan. He's just coming to his logical conclusion. So
I think
that's
just
the dynamic there. That triangle of
right.
They're always
that's just
in the
years
room
of just
arguing
like
about
not liking what he fucking says.
Right. Exactly.
Which just makes it sad when Spock says, "I'm going to go in there and sacrifice my life," and Bones is like, "You can't." And he's like, "All right, I can't fucking."
He gives him the old whoopsie do too.
So he says,
"Oh yeah."
He goes, "I will give him a very Vulcan answer. Spock is Scotty's dying, right? Or he's at least hurt. Maybe he could be the one to do it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just like
he just asked how he's doing.
And Bones is quick to be like, "Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we can sacrifice Scotty."
No, he's not going to sacrifice him. He just asked how he was doing.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
he
turned
Scotty. But he considered that as an option of some kind. But yeah.
Scotty got better from that radioactive sickness. Real.
Yeah, he seemed fine. He was playing the bagpipes like
Fallout.
2 minutes later. Yeah.
It's good to know that. I know Nimoy had a hand in a lot of Star Trek, but he does direct the 3rd and 4th movies.
Oh.
And then he writes the 5th and the 6th movies.
Interesting.
And then Shatner directs the 5th one. Which is
really
crazy, because you have like the main actors in the movies like writing and directing the movies. Like they're just like fucking we are the franchise.
It's like Rocky.
I mean, that's like Mark Hamill just like writing a Star Wars movie. That's awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, it makes me more excited for the next couple.
Star Trek is interesting because Star Wars. Not that Star Wars is cool, but it's like the big powerhouse sci-fi fantasy. We all know
the Call of Duty of sci-fi.
Yeah, it's more flashy,
but
more
Star Trek is always going to be in its shadow, and that's okay. But it has moments, because I can't say all Star Trek is interesting or fun, because it can be fucking boring. But it can be also awesome, and it can be excellent. And I think this movie is one of those ones where, like, this is as good as any sci-fi ever made. It was a fun movie. Great villain, great pacing, great storyline, great ending, great soundtrack.
I like when they get into the weeds, too, about how stuff works, like the science and technology behind specific things, and like...
Which Star Wars is like,
Genesis.
We ain't doing that.
No, they don't. They actively avoid that shit. And anytime they try to do it, they fail. Example, midichlorians and shit. Yeah.
Well, no.
No.
So yeah, I appreciate that about Star Trek. Again, going back to what I said before about how it makes it feel more grounded, even though it is science fiction. It's based in real science, which that's always the argument from Star Trek fans. versus Star Wars, which they're two different sides of the coin. So like you can't really make that argument anyway. But I can see the appeal of both, and I like both. So, you know, I feel like there's no competition here. They're two different things, you know. So.
100% accurate. I mean, we gushed over this one pretty good. I did not expect to like this one as much as I did. Like, remember going back to it?
I was worried it might be boring. There was a dip in the first act ish. I was like,
the opening credit scene. Like, I wrote like, it's a choice to have an opening credit scene where it's just stars and you're just looking at names for like.
You get to listen to some good
music.
Like
but that was the old style of doing movies. They would always just show
but it kind of sets you. Yeah, it sets you into the universe like gently almost, where it's like you don't abruptly go in there.
I bet this movie in the theater when they first came out probably was amazing because I was thinking about how grandeur some of the stuff was. I'm like, this is pretty cool. 82, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then all the music cuts out and the death of Spock comes. I noticed, I was like, wow, there's no music. It's just you and Kirk hustling to get to Spock. And they have this last conversation and there's no music. There's no violin. There's no piano. There's nothing. And I was like, man, I bet in the movie theater after defeating Khan, people were like, where are we going? And they walked out of that movie thinking, we gotta see the third movie after pulling that off.
I thought the same thing. Like when I was looking at the runtime and Khan was like basically dead already. There was still like 15-20 minutes left. I'm like, okay, there's still more here. What more is going to happen? Yeah. So yeah. No, I thought it was very, very strong ending. I liked it a lot more than I expected as well. Like I've always been interested in Star Trek, but I feel like this is definitely my my dipping my toe in and
you got to get Next Generation going.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to start with the original series, start with
episodes.
Start with the Next Generation, and man, that
was what I watched.
A solid 10. I don't even know how many seasons that went on for, but there are a good chunk of good seasons there.
Be a good thing to throw on an episode before like bed or something. Fun.
Dave, before we move on to our game at the end of the episode, I have two critiques. One, but I'm going to group them together.
I didn't want to all just gush. I do like a good critique.
Yeah, no, I would say, well, three, I guess, technically. Uhura, Takei's character,
Uhura's in this movie?
I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
And Scotty. I thought they needed more screen time. I thought they were very pushed to this. Scotty almost had some scenes, but he was sad about like a guy that waited for Spock to show up to die. And then he got emotional about that. And that was really it. He didn't have too many scenes. I don't know. I thought those characters deserved more screen time, but there's a lot going on in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like they also
a fan of Doc and
they made more room Kirk. For Saavik, Kirstie character. So some of the other ones took some of the backseat to
another
her.
Klingon, young.
Stro.
Yeah, or not Klingon.
Vulcan.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Well, there are 7 seasons of The Next Generation, but this is the 90s. They're putting out 25 episodes per season sometimes.
Yeah. Right?
So, great show. There's a lot out there. So, all right, cool.
Great show.
Well, let's cut it here. We're going to take I don't know, what do they call it? A break on it. We're going to head down to 10 forward and go get a drink.
We're going to go down to
phasers to stud
for a break.
Phasers to trivia. We'll go over that right when we get back. And we're back to the Nomads Star Trek trivia. I don't know. I didn't come up with a cool name for this. What's that Trek?
What's that Trek? I like that.
What's that Trek? We're going to go through some Star Trek, not trivia. It's more of a numbers game here. We're gonna see if you guys really know how grandiose the Star Trek universe really is. What's going on in this grand old place we call Star Trek? I don't know. All right, you guys are gonna both write down numbers for each one of these questions, and whoever gets closest, we'll just go closest, is gonna be the winner. I don't care if you go over. This is not Price's Right.
Do I have to? Are we gonna like write them and reveal them at the same time or something?
You can do
I
at the same time.
I can write on my. Nope.
Or I can just write them down on my side. I just need a.
Why can't?
Thought we were gonna do
Eric
like a
first?
3, 2, 1, boom or something.
No, I'll write
Eric
them down on my.
Can't Eric just
Eric
go first?
Sure.
Why am I? Why?
We don't need to.
I don't know why Eric goes first.
Why am I going first?
Because he's
I
the
don't
young
know.
one.
Sure.
Okay.
Dave always wants to like make it a bit. What number am I guessing? One out of 1,000.
I like that.
I don't know.
No.
Just
It's fun.
pick somebody.
Hey,
Let's
you
go.
gotta keep.
I like
it legit.
guessing numbers.
Some people are keeping stats at home.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be laying in bed. Brandon, what's wrong? Well, we played this trivia game, but Eric got to go first, so he wins.
Maybe
Oh
Eric's
my
just proving how smart you are, or how much nerd cred you have. I don't know. I want to make sure that we're legit.
I ain't worried about his nerd cred. I've got
That's
years
my
on
number.
that
All right.
69.
guy. Oh,
Just for that attitude, Brandon, now you go first.
The
The question.
Fine.
In 1968, Star Trek was on the brink of cancellation after its second season. A massive fan-led letter writing campaign convinced NBC to greenlight a third season. How many physical letters did they tally to keep the show on the air? How many letters did NBC receive in the mail from Trekkies?
From Star Trek fans. In 1968, you said?
This is 1968, yes.
Okay.
Which
people writing a lot of letters.
It's kind of crazy.
Then.
There's only 3 or 4 seasons of Star Trek, and then it was just gone for 10. I don't know.
Is
5,
this
6, 7
multiple
years.
choice, or am I supposed to just guess?
No, I just want a number.
This is like Price is Right rules.
How many letters did they get?
20,000.
20,000? Okay. Brandon,
20,000 letters came
right.
in. I have
I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I'm gonna say I don't want to do the dumb 20,001. I'll say like 100,000.
100,000?
Yeah.
That is actually much closer. The answer is 115,000 letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which for the late 60s is an unprecedented, staggering amount of organized fan mail.
That is, that's crazy.
Good for Star Trek.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go over
Passionate
to
fan
Eric
base
for this one.
Highly logical, Eric.
Eric, if you were to sit down and watch every single episode of Star Trek television back to back, no sleep, no breaks, just pure Star Trek into your brain, how many hours would it take to finish?
How many hours? Oh boy.
Hours.
Like every single piece of Star Trek content, you're saying?
TV. Television.
Just television?
Just television back to back.
Okay.
I just told you that TNG was what, like 7 seasons?
It said 7 seasons. And that's for the original series was 4.
This does not include the feature films.
Okay. I guess I really know if there are other Star Trek series besides the original and New Generation.
Oh, Eric.
I mean, I know there is, right, but I don't know what they are.
Sweet boy. There's Voyager. There's Deep Space Nine.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine is good.
There's a new one, Discovery or something like that.
I'm just gonna go with. I don't know. It's got to be a lot.
Pure Trek.
I'm gonna say like. I don't know. 1,500 hours.
1,500 hours, he says.
That's probably too much, but that's fine.
Brandon?
1,500 hours?
That's what I said.
1,500 hours. That's a lot of Star Trek.
I was way higher than that.
I didn't do rough math, but
we're not counting commercials in here either. Commercials are cut out.
I'm not good at this. I was thinking way higher than what Eric did, and Dave's making me feel like that's too high.
This is a psychological game.
Every single episode of Star Trek, back to back. Count them. Do the math in your head.
20 to 25 minutes long. Some finales might be 40 minutes, 45.
No, I thought were the originals
Multiple
half hours or
seasons.
hours?
They might have
I
been
think the originals were half.
Yeah,
half an hour.
You can barely save a planet in that.
Yeah.
I know the Next Generation ones. I think were an hour.
Yeah.
45 without commercials. All right, just give me numbers.
I think I went way too high, but that's fine.
If you think you went too high, then I'll go low. Then I'll go 12.
1,200.
12,000.
The answer is 651
1200.
hours, which is relative 27 straight days.
Wow, okay.
I was gonna guess like 500 hours at first, but that sounded too low, and then I went too high.
I just felt like there's so many Star Trek shows that they still pump them out today. I was like, I just feel like there's so many, but Dave helped me with that one because
a little bit. I couldn't keep it in my pants here.
Fine.
I was
like
2,500.
Back to Brandon. This one's a little bit of an odd one, but this is more of a character trivia. We all know James Doohan, the miracle working chief, Scott. But before he was in Starfleet, Doohan, I know, right? They say it like you know exactly who he is. Doohan was a lieutenant in the Royal Canadian Artillery on D-Day.
Oh, shit.
How many times was he shot by friendly fire on the Normandy beaches on D-Day?
Wait, hold on. This is the fictional character or the real guy?
The real guy was an actor.
I was going to say, that makes
was
no sense.
in the army and stormed the beaches of Normandy in the Canadian Army.
Fuck.
He was shot by friendly fire. How many
fire.
times was he shot by friendly fire?
Wow, those Canadians. Very good aim.
Yeah.
I believe it was shot 6 times.
Eric?
That's
a lot of times.
Yeah, it's a lot of times.
You think about, you said it out loud, and I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Ow.
I feel like he walked in front of a,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because
it wasn't like.
Yeah.
I don't think manually 3 to 4 would have gone into him. I mean, think it was more of a. Oh shit!
Did they have automatic rifles in
World War II?
World War II,
absolutely,
yes.
dude.
Yeah, World War II. Okay,
dude.
Never played World War
from the Germans and
yeah. No, I'm thinking like freaking M1 Garands or whatever, just bolt action.
Oh yeah.
You shot 6 times by that. I don't think you're gonna have much.
No.
Career.
6. I don't know. That's a good guess. I'll go a little lower. I'll go like 3.
3?
Good number.
Well, Brandon hit this one on the head. He was shot 6 times.
6 was a good guess. Yeah.
Lost one finger, the middle finger of his right hand.
Oh shit.
Shot 4 times in the leg, once in the finger, and a 6th bullet hit him directly in the chest. It was stopped by a silver cigarette case given to him by his brother.
Wow.
Throughout his entire run of Star Trek, he almost always hid his right hand or used a stunt double's hand.
I was gonna say, I want to see that nubby finger.
All right, Brandon, you got one more, and we can be out of here playing some bowling.
See that nub.
Last question. This is another episode question. So Eric, you get this one again. Sorry. From the premiere of the original series in 1966 to the current modern era, how many canonical episodes of Star Wars have been made? Star Trek. Sorry.
Star Wars 9.
There's 9. Well, I mixed it. That was Freudian.
Star Trek. How many canonical episodes?
Canonical episodes.
I didn't know there was
what it says.
Non-canonical ones thrown in there.
I know, like, aren't they all canonical? Like, what?
Maybe there's like a Christmas special or something.
Right? Did they write off one of the series or something as not canon? I don't know.
I don't know.
So if there's
this goes up to the mid 2026, from 1966 to 2026.
If there's 600 some odd hours of content, there's got to be, I mean, a lot of like about 600 episodes. Maybe a little less, since the original series was probably like, you know, a half hours, like we were saying. But I'll guess somewhere. I mean, it's got to be in that range somewhere. Say like 515.
515.
I don't know.
Okay, good guess. Good guess.
I'm going 864.
864. Nice.
Because half-hour episodes.
That is a
half-hour
better
episodes.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I should have went higher. Why did I go lower? I should
Yeah.
have went higher.
I don't know why. I'm like,
Stupid.
Eric is smarter
My
than
logic
me.
was
So
no.
why is he? I'm like,
You
maybe
went
I'm dumb, but I
No,
feel-
I did go backwards. My Vulcan logic is not working right now.
Correct answer is 992 episodes.
I don't know why. Yeah, I should have
on the
higher,
cusp
not
of
lower.
hitting a historic 1,000 episode milestone.
How many episodes have The Simpsons have?
Let me see.
Too many. Believe it.
Dude,
Still
that
going.
shit is hilarious. My kids still watch
Simpsons
it.
have
and-
808.
All right. There's no way they're gonna get 1,000.
No.
I mean,
No.
Simpsons is good, but it's no Star Trek.
They won't make it.
Well, Star
I
Trek
think
is different
actors are gonna
because you
pass
can
away
just
before.
like you can start.
But that's the
reboot, like,
same cast.
SpongeBob's got to be.
I'm gonna
That's
reboot
impressive.
it and then reboot it and then reboot
Yeah,
it.
right. You can always add a new generation of actors and
Which is crazy. See how many of the Raiders are there. Congratulations, Brandon. You get to go
Congrats.
to Starfleet Academy. You get to go become an ensign, red shirt, and go on all the
red
away
shirt,
missions
great.
you possibly can until you are
What do I
murdered
get?
by something.
I get sent to the mines
You get
or
sent to
whatever.
the trash compactors on the detention level. That's where you go.
That's Star
You get
Wars.
sent to that sandy planet, man. All by
They probably have trash compactors in Star Trek too, and detention levels.
Detention levels, yes. Trash compactors, no. We're beyond that now.
They probably have
what
some
is the
crazy
next-
technology where they don't have like trash.
What are
They
we doing next?
Convert it into fuel. RoboCop 2,
Summer
right?
break.
Next is RoboCop
Jeez
2.
Louise. All right, we're saying in the 80s. I love it.
I mean, a lot of them. I mean, this is 3 in a row from the 80s, which is not unplanned, but
Yeah, I
we're
didn't
just
even
talking
think
about some of the best sequels.
Yeah, it turned out they're in the 80s.
Yeah, I guess they're all. I guess they don't make them
Oh
like
yeah,
they used to.
that's right. Well, yeah, it would have been because Terminator was in the 90s, but Aliens was 80s also. So Terminator 2 threw the wrench in there. Would have been all 80s for the sequels.
Yeah.
This is the Zennial podcast now, I guess. We're just doing all these Gen X millennial movies. All right, Eric, if somebody wanted to give us a movie that they wanted us to watch, how would they go about doing that?
Well, you
to our
could
house.
just
Knock on
hop
the door.
on over to
No.
your favorite web browser, type in the old search bar there, thenomadsofantasy.com
Oh, that's how it
/Discord.
works.
Yes.
Oh.
And that'll take you to a nice little invite link. You click accept, and then you join our Discord. And then you get access to all of our fantastic channels where you can chat about games, TV.
Look at all the good Lord of
Food.
the Rings memes I find.
Oh yeah.
You've been getting some good ones in there lately.
I found some good ones.
Yep. Food, deals, music, art, design. We got all the stuff. Toys. We got to do some more for the toys channel that we
need a dad
yeah.
channel.
Yeah, right.
Just put all the dumb shit my kids do in there.
There you go. Yes.
Edit in.
But yeah, we got a suggestions channel as well. If you want to suggest anything for the show, or any games or movies that you want us to play or watch, all that good stuff. Yeah, you can also go to the nomadsofantasy.com youtube.com/@nomadsofantasy for the video versions of the podcast.
Give it a Google.
And yeah, just like I said, type Nomads of Fantasy into your old search bar there, and You'll find
honestly,
us.
if you
Press
type
the
the
return
Nomads of Fantasy into any browser or app of any kind, you will find us.
Yes.
We're on everything.
Your favorite podcast player, whatever. You'll
Bingo.
find us. You'll find us in there. nomadsfantasy.com for all of your nomad needs. But that'll do it for this episode of the Nomads of Fantasy. Continuing our summer of sequels next week with RoboCop 2. It'll be fun. But until then, as always, safe travels, nomads.
Fire!
God!